Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna do another take with this. The take was interrupted. Um, let's see if I can find that photo. Yeah, there. All right, there's that photo. This was a demo unit that was sent to me, so I don't have the equipment, but I'm gonna show you what it's supposed to come with. As you can see there, you get some rubber bands for stacking. You get the box. You get a charging cable. You get a data cable. You get a cleaning cloth, and you get, I think that is an Apple adapter, from what I can see. It doesn't actually say, I don't think. Does it say what it has? Let's see what the next thing is. No. So, all right. Let's get into the specs first. Now, we did this with a lot of different headphones. We did it with the $600 Middle Waves over there and the almost $500 Caspians made by Kennerton and Apos. The Anandas from Hi-Fi-Man, the Philips X2HRs, the Fostex, Mayflower Mod, the Mark IIIs, the Maze Neos, and also the Deconi Blues, which is also Fostex T50 RP. The Mayflower, by the way, is a T40 RP that I had modded. And the Deconis were also modded by Argon, so those are, I actually call those Deconi Ultra Blues. So let's see. The highest decode for this is 384 kilohertz, 32-bit DSD 256 native. Decoding, you have two ESS chips in them. They're 9038Q 2Ms. So you get dual ESS chips. Output amplification is class A and B, so it's an A and B amplifier, and you know it's going to have some power there. Response range is 10 to 40 kilohertz. Output power is 1250 milliwatts at 32 ohms. Impedance of the headphones recommended is everything from 8 to 600. I don't have any 8s whatsoever, but I do have like a few lower ones like 16 and some lower IAMs. I don't think I have any 8s. So the battery lasts for about 9 hours. I don't really know. It's a 500 milliamp battery. I mean, even my phone over here, even this, which lasts a long time, only has a 45 in it. So that's a good sized battery right there. Looking at it, let's see, need an OTG cable, Type C supports, QC 3.0 or PD fast charge, can be used while charging. So that's good right there, because there are a few things out there that are very powerful, like the Little Bear, and you can't use it and charge it at the same time. You would really cause an issue there with that tube portable amp. So size is about 13 centimeters by 6.8 centimeters by 2.4 centimeters. The weight is 280 grams. And that is basically all the specs that we have. And you saw what the included things that are on there. You get it in both either the black glossy glass place in the front, and the rest of it is all silver. Or you can also get it in what they call an oxidized black, which is kind of almost like a gunmetal. So let's get into that. And this thing gets a little warm under heavy load. Not hot at all, but warm. So I'm thinking it kind of tilts toward that A class, because the thing has some really good power. Now, this low and PO on it is for doing the volume. You see there are separate ports for charging and USB, which is why you can charge it and use it at the same time if you would have to. Honestly, I've used this for a dozen times, and I've only had to charge it the one time when it came to me. I just had to charge it shortly after using it. I guess it had discharged on the way. Other than that, the thing's got a lot of chrome on it, a lot of nice shiny things. Here it says co-presented by Tri and Kai right there. It really looks gorgeous. Let me just turn this on. Got this nice brass knob here, and it does have some resistance to it, but I mean, you could accidentally hit it. So just keep that in mind, but it does have a guard here. So it would be a very low thing if you actually did. There you see the different ratings. The light would shine depending on what you're running. In the front you see that it has 2.5, 4.4, and 3.5. So it is full balanced. And you charge and your buttons like we said. And the thing looks gorgeous. I mean, this looks like it was made by AK, to be quite honest. I mean, it's so nice looking, and it's got a nice weight to it, but it isn't overly heavy. It's a lot lighter than you would think it would be at this thickness, but it still feels heavy enough to be premium. This is not light by any means, but it is not heavy also by any means. Now, let's get into the sound, and we'll also talk about the price first, I guess. Okay, the cheapest place that I found that has this is Keep Hi-Fi, and it is $259 there. Now it's $280. It's almost $300 everywhere else. It's $289, but for them, for some reason, they're selling it for $259. So we're gonna go with them for the price, and I'll leave the link for them there too. Just overall build quality. This, like I said, is really, really nice. It is a fingerprint magnet. That should be noted. And you could accidentally turn the volume up, but with the resistance and this little guard here, I think you'd have to put some effort in it in order to do that. So I'm going to shut it off for now. We saw the pretty lights on it. So the thing looks beautiful, built solid. As a matter of fact, now somebody, one of the reviewers, I think, disassembled this, and I'm like looking at it, and there's no way in hell I'm going to even attempt that. Because this thing is just that put together, and I don't see any screws whatsoever. That is actually a light for when it's charging. So what do I think of the sound on this? That's very good, what I think of the sound on this. And I can sum it up, maybe simple, maybe not simple. The sound on this is neutral. Now, originally, first impressions with, I don't remember what I was using. Maybe it was the Tin Evos. I can't remember which one was the first that I used this with. Maybe the Belons. I think it was the Belon Max. But either way, Tin Evo, Belon Max. I used everything from those expensive ones there to the cheaper ones right here, these little CCAs. And it sounded good with everything. Everything from the cheapest to the most expensive things that I have, which are these guys right here. The Metalors, these are like $600. Dynamic driver with liquid quartz inside of it and all kinds of different things. It sounds very good. I'm just going to get that point across. It sounds very good. There is no bass boost on this. There is no high-low gain on this. There's no IE match on this. There's no soundstage enhancing button. There's on and off and volume control and volume not uncontrolled by the unit because you want to use it strictly as a DAC, because you can use this strictly as a DAC if you want. I don't see why you would want to not use it as an amp, considering it is AB and it has some very good power. Like, you know, the Caspians over here, the Nandas, the Fostix T50 RPs, the Fostix T40 RP Argon mod. The T50 RPs, there was actually the Coney Blues. Either way, it had some really awesome power. And what's really nice about this is you get the bass, and the bass has some really good detail and control in it. But it isn't boosted. It is just neutral, linear. Sounds very, very good. very clear. And that's not to say you're not going to get that boom boom, especially on pairs of headphones like these and the other thing. You definitely get the bass across, but it never goes into that mucky thing, that overly boomy in your ear. It's always well controlled and well defined. Moving into the mids are presented quite well. I mean, they actually have a very good clarity to them. They're neither recessed or pushed forward. They're just centered and focused and excellent overall. And then we get into the treble, and the treble has a decent amount of sparkle and detail, some really good airiness overall to this unit. Including soundstage is extremely good. Imaging is spot on. It's accurate. You can use this for gaming, no problem. Whether you're moving from a computer to a mobile device, doesn't matter. This thing sounds great on everything that I put it on. And quite honestly, that's basically all I can say about the sound quality of this. It is excellent. Now, obviously, the build quality is good. Obviously, it looks fantastic. But does it power everything? Yes, it powered everything. It powered the full-size cans, no problem. And the highest ones I have is the 990s at 250 ohms, is it? I don't have anything like 600 or anything else like that. But it did an excellent job with the 60 ohms, with my AKGs. Those are 60. The Fostexes are 55, but they're notoriously power hungry. It just did overall an excellent job. Moving from IEMs to headphones, you get that nice, neutral, kind of clear and detailed with a little brightness on the upper end, but no harshness there whatsoever. Totally a nice thing, other than the fingerprints. I think the fingerprints are the only con, but they give you nice enough to give you a cleaning cloth inside the box. So if you're like obsessed with smudges like I am, then you'll be all set. You have your own cleaning cloth. Overall, it comes with everything you need in the box, and it's just a well-built, very powerful, super sounding. I mean, it makes everything sound so big and clear. Very kind of reference class. This reminds me of like a mini Diablo, to be quite honest. It's like a $259, $260 mini Diablo. It's very good. It makes everything sound much bigger. It's clear, and it's got tons of power. So that's all I can say. I would just highly recommend this. It's actually very, very good. Especially if you want like a nice kind of detailed and neutral sounding kind of listening session. Not to mention that it is fun as well, because like the bass comes across and everything else. But overall, it performs excellent. Power, clarity, detail. Just overall, it's just a great device. What a great job they did for their first device. I can't wait till they make a second one, to be quite honest. But I really do like this one. I'm a little excited about it. I just really like it. I've been using the heck out of it, to be quite honest. With everything I could throw at it, I've been pulling out the collections, and my desk has been a mess. Just really absolutely think it's pretty good device, to be quite honest. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was informative, and I'll see you somewhere on the internet. Thank you so much, and be safe.